Hello, everybody. My name is Roberta Robbins, and I wanted to connect with you today to talk about one of our sacred festivals that are coming up when we are talking about and celebrating the sacred wheel of the year. Um, it is called Imbolc. We are literally in the last few days of January right now, and as of February 1st, February 2nd, this is where we have the turning of the wheel, and we recognize the fire festival of Imbolc. And every year, during these beautiful markers, I go around the sacred wheel, the Sabbaths of the sacred wheel. I always do a celebration, a ritual, a guided journey. I guide people on a soul flight to particular places. And in a few days coming up, I will be holding my annual Imbolc. Let me turn my phone off as it's chiming at me. I will be holding, sorry guys, my annual Imbolc ceremony and ritual and soul flight. So this year, I always sit down, listen to what Spirit, what Source is saying, where are we going to go, what is needed for this year. If you've been on other ones with me, other journeys, other calls, other gatherings, when we used to do them live, in the last couple of years, we've been doing these obviously online. You know that there's always a movement, always a change, even though we step into the heart of what that particular festival is about, that turning, that celebration at this point of the calendar. There's always where we meet, where we are. And so this year, I was hearing very clearly that we do need to take a soul flight, and we will go to Ireland. Yes, soul flight to Ireland. And I do know some of you have been to various places with me before. Ireland is very common for me to take you on a soul flight, but we've also been to Peru, and we've also been to England, and we've been to various other places. And you have chosen places yourself to journey to that are sacred for you, and at other times that we have done this. But this year, there was this calling to gather for us to do a soul flight to Kildare, where St. Bridget's well is. We will gather together around this well. I will guide you. I will give you tips and support for this flight. And we will gather around the St. Bridget's well, and we will call in what is needed for us at this time. We will meet where we are. And as we do this gathering, which will be on the 2nd of February, we will also be in honoring the new moon at this time. So we will harness and connect into the darkest night of this new moon of February. It is considered the lunar new year too. And so there's this fresh new beginning. And in Imbolc, with the turning of the wheel, there is this us letting go here in the Northern Hemisphere anyhow, of recognizing that winter will be slipping away. I know where I live, it feels like February feels like the heart of the winter. So it's hard to kind of sometimes feel spring, that Imbolc is this marker that spring is starting to stir. Deep in the land, things are starting to awaken. And I find that this time, this year, in 2022, as I do this, it's important for us to tap into that beginning, that spring of hope, of light returning more, of days getting longer, of the land beginning to warm up again as things start to awaken within the land. And we need even more than ever to feel that energy. So as we take our soul flight and we connect in together at this holy sacred place in Ireland, which I have been to quite a few times, and I have done other soul journeys there at other times of the year. This is a very sacred place, and it is calling that we gather together. And we will work with the holy waters, and we will work with St. Bridget, Goddess Bridget. We will work with the sacred land and the love that is there of the land of Ireland, all within this new moon. And there's something deeper that is stirring as I'm doing my work these days. And I think it's been a prep for me for a good couple of years now. And I have been gently working towards doing this more and more, which is helping people understand what soul flight is. And it may seem like, something you're imagining and something that's light and it sounds really neat to go do. But we have the skills, we have the gifts to actually travel. And you probably either are aware that you do this at certain times, or maybe you're not aware. But if you were to have some more deeper conversations about it, I bet you'd be more aware that you actually do. And most people do it during dream time, during sleep time. But we have the ability, and more things are waking up within us to remind us we have the ability to soul flight, to travel, to journey, to remote view, to shift through time and space and dimensions and realities in lots of different ways. And so we are going to be harnessing, working on those gifts as we journey to Ireland, as we come together to connect in where we are at this time of the year, where we are in life right now. There's a real theme and energy about us on this new moon, also going into honoring the changing of times, honoring the grief, the sadness, the things that we're letting go of, knowing that things are changing and that there has to be things we have to say goodbye to, and that there is this discomfort that we are in, yet there is something new calling to us, and it's the unknown. And we are being asked in so many different areas of our life to step into this unknown with curiosity, with an open heart, with faith, with trust. We're being asked to surrender. We are being asked to restructure our business, our friendships, the relationships, our communities, the way that we have gone about life. So there's a lot that's happening. And this evening on the 2nd, I want to hold that space that we can come into it and allow ourselves to be at whatever's been happening and moving, wherever you are at this time, and just to honor and release into that. And that we can connect into a stronger, deeper sense of who we soulfully are and why we're here at this time, because there's no mistake. You are here at this time for a reason. And you have been preparing for this, not only this lifetime, but many lifetimes. And as we do our soul journey that evening, we're going to set the intention that we would seek the support and clarity of what is birthing, with skills, with things that we need that will be taken forth with us. Clarity of the days to come to what we may need to know for our highest good for each of us. We will set personally our intentions for whatever that may be for you as we set out. We will go through a ritual when we are there at the well, the holy well. And we will learn how to connect with our soul light, with our soul codes, with our new soul grids that are coming in and strengthening around us, and how to manage those things, how to empower them, how to brighten them up, how to work with them in the way that will support us as things are shifting and changing. So this sacred gathering, the sacred journey, and I also called it a portal activation because we are moving through a portal. We're moving through this part of the wheel. We're moving into a different part of our life. We're working with the new moon. There's a lot we're working with for this particular call that we'll be having on February 2nd, which will be happening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are going deeper. I am going deeper. We are stepping into what is needed now. We have been doing things in patterns and ways with circles and gatherings and trying to learn these different things and guided meditation and journeys of different kinds, but there was something more. And if you have been someone that has been doing these things, have been called to do these kind of type of gatherings and journeys, there's typically a reason for that. And it is us learning to strengthen and see and honor and own that we have more skills and abilities, and they are only going to get louder and brighter and more beautiful, more powerful in the years to come. So let's start working with them intentionally and powerfully together. So in that, I invite you to join me on February 2nd, Wednesday, February the 2nd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have this listed on my website, this event. It's at robertarobbins.com/events. You will see the one that's called Imbolc Sacred Journey / Portal Activation. There is a 2 payment option for those that need a little bit of financial support. I have 2 different options there you can choose from. We will be doing this on Zoom, and you will get a recording within 24 hours so that you have that. You can always connect in with that, harness in those gifts and tools and those abilities that we're trying to strengthen, master, and embody, most importantly, embody. So I hope to see you. If you have any questions about this at all, reach out to me. And for this evening, I would say, you're going to need 90 minutes at least. Knowing me, I would say even give yourself a good cushioning 2 hours of this, because sometimes we do go over. Just depends on the energy and what we're doing, how it's flowing. We do go pretty deep. So I also recommend before your call, before you gather, do something that energizes you a bit. Maybe cleanse and smudge and elevate the energy in the room wherever you're going to be. Don't eat a heavy dinner before showing up if you're here in the Eastern Standard Time that I'm in. Eat something a little lighter and have lots of water. And just come with as much energy as you can, because it takes energy, it takes power to do soul flights, to journey, and do the other work that we're going to be doing, that I'm going to be talking about in this call, which is unique and where I'm being called to go and to guide you and support you on this journey. And we're going to do it together, because that's the difference too. We're going in these times that we are doing things together. We're learning and supporting and going together. So anyhow, I'm going to put the link in the description box of this video. I hope to see you guys on February 2nd. Until then, enjoy this beautiful weekend, as this is where I'm on a Friday evening about sending you guys this message. Enjoy this last beautiful weekend of January. Enjoy that Venus is going to be going direct, and that's going to start to shift some of our energies on that too. So anyhow, I'm so excited. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday, February the 2nd.